All right, good afternoon, everybody. So welcome to our last class of the 2023 Core Gables grant. If you're interested in joining the class for January on, Melinda's asking for a $35 donation a month, and I'm going to send the information with the email. If you're interested, you can sign up. Otherwise, you can join our Tuesday class, which will be running and free of charge. And that's through the Parkinson's Foundation. All right, we'll begin to just kind of get comfortable anywhere that we are on the chair. Roll the shoulders back. And then tune into breath. Right? Finding slowly that 3-part breath. Not rushing into anything. Starting expanding the abdomen first. Slowly traveling to the ribs. Maybe the chest. There's a lot of noise out there, right, with the holidays. So let's take a couple minutes of silence, just right here. Beginning to add a gentle pause between each breath. Inhale and pause, exhale and pause. All right, we'll allow the eyes to open. We'll start some gentle movement. So beginning just rotating the neck in slow and gentle circles. Bringing the head gently to rotate the other direction. Coming back to center, rolling those shoulders up and back. Trying to bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And then bringing them the other direction. All right, bringing the hands right in front here, opening and closing the hands. And then we'll bring the arms to open, squeezing the shoulders together, nice and gentle to begin with, and then touching the hands, rounding a little bit through the back. So think of adding a cat-cow here, nice and gentle. And then opening out to the side, leaning over, reaching up and down. Coming to center, up and down again, reaching and lengthening the arms. Remember to modify if anything hurts, like shoulders or knees or anything like that. Just feel free to skip or do something a little bit smaller of a movement. Reach those arms up, bring them back to center. Interlace the fingers, press the arms, and gently rotate to the side. Bring it back to center, to the other side. Again. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead, and then exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. All right, bring the elbows to touch. Squeeze. One more time. All right, and then releasing, finding those trunk circles. And finding sensation anywhere that you feel like, ooh, there's that stretch. Just stay with your body. I try not to do things mechanically or check out. Every time you notice your mind wanders, just bring it back to the present moment. Right? That's the practice. It'll wander. It does for everybody. All right, shoulder to opposite knee. Bring it back. All right, bringing it back to center. All right, rotate the leg, finding that hip joint. And then we'll do a little rotation with the opposite shoulder back. Just getting a little bit more of the shoulder. And then rotate it forward, shoulder and leg. Bring it back to center. Again, on the other side, so rotating the hip and the opposite shoulder. And then we'll bring it the other direction. All right, bringing it back to center. We'll open the arm out, away from the leg, and then reach that arm down, and then slide that arm up. Just a little bit. Reach down, maybe getting all the way to the ankle if that feels okay. Last one here, hold it. And bring it back to center, right? So just slide down a few times. Open to the side, opposite arm goes up. Just bringing that hand traveling down the leg. On your exhale. Hold it, reach, and bring it back. All right, let's go over towards the side, extending that leg gently back and then leaning over that front leg. Bend that back knee. We have someone coming in. Oh, it's Eloinda. She keeps coming in and out. Maybe the internet. Bring it in. And then next time it extends, extend and reach slightly forward. Deep breath in. And full breath out. Again, deep breath in. All right, bring it back. And we go over to the other side. Take your time traveling to the other side. Once you get there, square the hips towards this side and then bend and straighten through that back leg. And you can slightly hinge that weight forward onto the leg. And bringing it back to center. This time we open, keeping those legs nice and wide. Breathe in, reach the arms up and overhead. Now you can go just to the knees or below the knees, or if you're okay, right, your head can be below the heart, your back is okay, and you want to travel the arms down on the floor, you can do that. You can bring them forward. I'm going to stay here, but if you're able to go forward, go for it. Deep breath in and full breath out. All right, slowly engage strongly through the abdomen and then coming up. Take your time coming up and then toe heel the feet. Sitting forward onto the front of the chair. Use the hands here to help you kind of sit a little bit more straight. So you push away from that chair. Breathe in and breathe out, right? Lift the leg and rotate the foot. Now we're going to come up to standing soon. If you need to stay seated or prefer to stay seated, that's perfectly fine. Up and down with the foot. And then kick that leg out in just 3 times. All right, and kick and lift the other leg up as you rotate. And the other way. And then kick that leg in and out. All right, very good. We do our sit and stand. So coming up, right, and down. We need this for mobility. We need it for strength. Now remember, if you're not able to do that, you do this. You do something, right? You hold on to the chair, maybe just lift a little bit. Let's do one more. All right, now we go down. We touch the chair and then we come back up as best we can, right? Maybe you don't make it all the way there. Now, when you go down, make sure you can still see your toes. So don't bring the knees forward and the toes. One more, and then we're done with that. All right, and then we come behind our chair. Remember, if you need a chair in front, always have that option. That way you can stand up and it's nice and easy to be there. All right, bringing the hands into the hips. Let's rotate the hips a little bit. Bring it back to the side and around, and the other direction. All right, let's see if we can keep the hips still, but rotate only the trunk, just like we did when we were seated. So trunk moves, but hips stay nice and still. Very good. And then the other direction. All right, and then we bring it back to center. All right, we go opposite arm leg. If you need to hold on, then hold on. Finding that balance on that leg, and then switch. We're gonna bring it into a cardio movement soon, just kind of finding our balance here. Switch. One more. Make sure you finish even on both sides. So we're gonna move the arms like this, as if we're running. So remember, not like this, up and down. It's in and out, okay? As we come in, we're gonna sit and bring it back. Sit, bring it back. So try to work together where your arms do one movement as your legs go up. So you're not doing 2 or 3 arms and only one sitting. Breathe in, breathe out. See if you can sit a little deeper unless there's knee issues. Stay a little bit more upright. So remember, whatever is good for our heart is good for our brain. Getting the heart rate up, very important. Keeping our brain health. One more, and then we sit, we come into mountain. Notice that increase in the heart rate. Okay, we touch the hip and we touch the shoulder. So we're gonna revisit a lot of the ones we've seen since September. Touch the hip, touch the shoulders. You're going across to the opposite side. Aha, very good. Now we go sit. So opposite hip, opposite shoulder, and sit, asking the brain to do a dual task. Very nice. Very good. And then come back to center. Take a breath in, breath out. We're going to walk in place as we touch opposite shoulder, opposite hip. See if you can go higher with the knee. If your balance is a little off, keep the feet on the floor. Very nice. All right, come back to center. Next one we're going to do is you're going to grab the index finger, you're going to touch your nose. So make sure your hand is closed for the nose and the hand opens when you bring the other one forward. And then you're going to switch, switch, switch. So the hand in is closed, the other one's open like a star. Find that nose and then walk in place. Again, asking that brain that dual tasking. Work a little harder. Very good. Come back to center. All right, now we touch the nose with this hand, the right hand. This one's open, and then you touch the shoulder as this one opens. Nose, shoulder, nose, shoulder. Okay, so walk in place. We're going to switch it up. So now the other hand is going to touch the shoulder. This one's going to touch the nose. You see? Shoulder, nose. I'm doing the opposite thing. Walk in place. All this nonsense. And then bring it back to center. Find the breath. Deep inhale. Full exhale. All right, let's take a nice forward fold. Inhale up, exhale, folding either halfway, or if you still go all the way down, you can bring the hands down towards the floor. Breathing in and breathing out. Yeah, if you're able to go all the way down, then down, otherwise halfway with me. I'll always stay in the first option. All right, we come back nice and tall. Remember, coming up nice and slow. All right, let's find some of those warrior poses. So You're behind the chair. If you need to hold on, keep that chair close by. I'm going to be a little bit more to the side so you can see me. All right. So we're going to begin in a warrior two position. Opening the leg, bending that knee. We're going to make those warriors dance a little bit. So remember, you're going to go like this with the arms, where you're pushing this arm forward, this arm back, and then you're coming this way, right? And we're going to move it from this position into this position. Push back. Let's do 4, 2, 3. All right, next time you come forward, find that side angle, reach. And then bring it back, extend through that leg, turn the other foot. You're in warrior two on the other side. Again, we move that warrior, right? So let's do a couple just with the arms, and then we'll start moving the trunk slightly. So coming forward and bringing it back. We have one more after this one. And then we hold that side angle, reaching the arm over. And we bring it back to center. Bring the arms behind, interlace the fingers. It's a standing back bend. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, releasing the hands and then toe heel the feet together. Find that mountain pose. All right, so I'm going to mute everybody. Somebody unmute it if you can stay muted. That way we don't pick up the sounds in the recording. I think we're good now. All right, we're going to find tree pose. So we're going to come into tree pose right here. If you're able to bring the foot below or above the knee anywhere, then do so. Otherwise, right down below with knee. You can find one branch of the tree or 2 branches in the tree. Just see. All right, keeping the lower body nice and still, whether it's one arm or both, move a little bit the trunk side to side if the wind is kind of picking up the branches of the tree. Just a little challenge. Right, so you move a little one way, a little the other way. And we notice how that makes it much harder to balance. Very nice. And then we come back, bring the hands at heart center, release that foot, take a pause. All right, that same leg, right, that was in tree pose, it's going to come into a figure 4 stretch. You can hold the figure 4 like this. If your knee's okay and you want to sit in that figure 4, you can. You can always hold on. Whether it's 2 hands, whether it's 1 hand, doesn't matter. Very nice. Inhale, that foot goes right in front. Heel 2, I'm doing 3 balances. This one's a little bit more doable. The foot is on the floor, but if you need to hold on, hold on. So it's heel, toe, and tandem balance. See if the arms want to go into an airplane or one arm in airplane. Very good. Let it go. Just shake it off a little bit. Shake it, shake it. All right, we have the other side. If you're behind the chair, you don't need to move. If you're on the side of the chair, we can go on the other side. All right, we open for that tree pose. Remember, stay strong through the standing leg. It's either 1 branch or 2 branches in the tree. Right, first, the tree is nice and still. Again, hold on if you need to, and then the branches begin to move a bit. I know this makes it much harder for all of us. And then release. All right, we took a breath here and mountain before we transition. All right, so it's a figure 4 stretch. You can do it down here, you can do it here. If you want to sit into that full half chair, then do it. Okay, the hands can be at heart center, you can bring them over or just hold on with both hands. As we try to balance, make sure we keep breathing. And slowly bring it back. We go right into the tandem balance. Heel toe, standing nice and tall. Again, maybe airplane arms. Maybe I need to hold on with one hand. That's okay. Find what works for you. Very good. You guys are great. I know it's challenging, but we can do it. Shake it off. Move a little side to side. Loosen up through the arms, the back. All right, let's come into down dog behind the chair. So holding on to the chair. If you want to do it on the seat of the chair, that's going to be a little deeper. So you can always go on the seat of the chair instead of behind. All right, pressing the hips back. See how far you can move those legs, keeping those arms nice and long. Keeping the ears along the biceps. Trying to lift the chest slightly up. All right, bring the right foot between the legs of the chair. Bend the front knee. We're coming into warrior one. So if you can lift the arms or one arm, either two in front of the chest, or you can bring them all the way up where they go in warrior one. Again, you can always hold on. If you need to, yeah. If you don't need to, don't. Okay, we're picking up that leg in a moment, but first let's interlace the fingers behind and open the chest. Again, I could bring the hand back and keep one forward, but I still lift that chest up, right, like a gentle back bend. We're gonna do a warrior three with a front knee bend, just right where it is. So you're gonna pick up that leg. If you're able to bring the arms forward, even if the foot is behind, that's okay. If you're able to lift that leg higher to hip height, then do that. Any variation of warrior three that works for your body. But keep that front knee bent. And then we're gonna go straight front knee, bend it. One more time, straight front knee and bend it. Release that leg nice and slow all the way back. Press that foot back. You're in down dog again. Deep inhale, full exhale. Switching the leg, bring the left leg forward between the legs of the chair. So front knee is bent, back leg is straight, anchor through the back foot. See where you want to go with your arms. Is it one arm in front? Are both arms coming above? Just pick your warrior one. Again, that front knee is going to stay bent. It's a version of warrior three with a knee bend because it's a little easier to do it with a knee bend to begin with. So again, I can hold on with both hands. I can extend the leg and level my head and my heel. Once you get there, bend the knee and straighten it out. Make sure you don't lock it. Just bend and straight. And one more time. All right, back into that down dog once again. All right, both legs come forward. We're in standing mountain pose. Let me move back. Walk the feet all the way together. All right, lift those heels high off the ground. If you're able to keep the hands on the hips, then do so. Otherwise, hold down with one hand. Press strongly through the big toe. Drop down, lift the front of the feet as high as you can, but don't do this. So you're keeping your tailbone rooting to the floor as you lift. Lift high into the tippy toes. Rock back again into the heels as high as you can. Let's do that one more time. Lift up and drop down. And then release. All right, find mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths. All right, it's wide-legged forward fold next. We're gonna do it right here on the chair. So your legs are gonna go the width of the chair. If you have a chair like mine that you can come like this on the seat of the chair, fine. If you have a high chair that comes into your belly and you can't go over, obviously that's not gonna work. So, Teresita, como la silla de usted es más alta, nos vamos a quedar aquí arriba. Nos vamos a bajar. Right, so whoever has the high chair, don't go farther than this. Very good. All right, we're gonna add a little twist over towards the right side. Bend and then go over to the other side. Very good. Bring it back to center and then come all the way up. Walking the feet all the way together once again into the mountain pose. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. All right, we have the warrior two and triangle sequence. So we're going to come into warrior two on the first side, like when we did warrior two on this side. Very good. All right, we're going to go straight leg, reaching all the way back. And then as we come forward, keep the legs straight into triangle pose. If you want to look up towards the ceiling, maybe you lower a little bit into that warrior, into that triangle. Bring it back to center, bend the knee. We go back again, straight leg, reaching back. Keep that leg straight, maybe a deeper triangle if you want. And bring it back to center through warrior two. All right, we got that sequence on the other side, but first lower the arms and roll those shoulders up and back a couple times. All right, we have a warrior two on the other side. Straight arms. Very good. It's a straight leg that brings you back. And keeping that leg straight, come forward. Inhale, bend that knee. Again, leg straight, reach it back. Keep that leg straight, reach it forward. Maybe a little deeper, if that feels okay. Bend the knee, and then bring it back. This time we interlace the fingers and we fold halfway. Inhale, slowly coming back, and then toe heel the feet together into that mountain pose. All right, let's take a little bit of water if you want. Un poquito de agua si quieren. And we sit down, we work a little bit seated. Nos podemos sentar, Teresita. You can sit. Yeah. It's time. We work hard standing. All right, let's interlace the fingers. Let's find that sequel breath. So remember, it's a deep breath in and slow, deep breath out. So interlace the fingers, Elba. Keep them pegadito. Inhale up. Exhale. Again. One more. All right, now we switch the breath. So it was inhale up, exhale down. Now we go inhale, exhale as you go up. Inhale down, exhale up. For some reason, one feels more weird than the other. So see, it's just a change in the breath. It's like, that's not how I was moving before. Very good. Let's do one more. All right, press those arms all the way out. Reach those arms all the way up. All right, holding the chin in the back, we find camel pose. So as you lift the chest up, you push away from the chair. Right? Push away. Keep the chin parallel to the floor. Look over to the right. Keep squeezing the shoulders and over to the left. Left and right. One more time. And then keep the chest lifted. Look down towards your feet. And then over towards your hip. Bring it back into the other side of the hip. There you go. Coming back to center. All right, cross that right leg over. And then if you're able to bring the opposite elbow, the left elbow on top of that leg, find that twist. See if you can look up. All right, open the arm. So one arm goes up, one arm goes down. You keep looking up towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming back to center. Release that leg. Switch the other leg. Right elbow into that leg. Pressing up and looking up. Open those arms out. And then slowly coming back. All right, so this one, you can either hold by the calf muscle or you can hold by the foot, but we don't have to straighten out the leg all the way. So you can keep the leg, right? So I'm gonna do it here. If you're able to do it here, then do it there. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna round a little bit and then I'm gonna straighten out. Round a little bit and straighten out and round and straighten out and then hold by the knee and lift it all the way up. And then release. All right, we go on the other side. So whichever you're doing, whether it's the foot, the hamstring, the calf, lift, it just round a little bit, come straight, round, push those elbows out of the way, back, one more time. And coming back to center, draw that leg in. And then let it go. Very nice. And then move those legs a little bit out. All right, we're gonna find both poses seated. So as we do it, we're going to do bumblebee breath. So look, you can do it like this, where you're lifting the heels and you're leaning back, but not touching the chair. You can lift and cross the feet if you can balance there. That causes back pain, just stay here, okay? Or you can do one leg. So pick one of those. Breathe in, bumblebee. Come forward, you take a little break. Again, leaning back, finding that boat. And then again, whether it's both legs are holding or it's one, and then I switch. And then coming forward, taking a little break. Deep inhale. Let the breath out through the mouth. One more time. All right, coming back. All right, let's find our figure four stretch. Just crossing that leg. We're going to stay seated all the way into the back as we draw that knee down to the floor. Remember, if it's too much, keep that foot down and draw the knee down. All right, take an inhale. So you exhale, close your eyes. Just notice sensations in the hip. See if you can send the breath where it feels tight. All right, coming forward. You can move, grab the leg, kind of move it like a baby a little bit. If it's down below, then just do it like this. Very good, and then let it go. All right, we find the other side, so bringing that leg here. Sitting comfortably, but letting that knee go down, and then maybe closing the eyes, finding the breath. Bringing attention back as you grab the leg, just gently moving it. And then letting it go. Just relax that leg down. We're going to pause here. Take an inhale to a count of 4. Hold the breath for 2. Exhale for 6 or 8. If you can do 8, it's a longer exhale, do so. And then hold the breath out for 2. Do a few rounds. After the next round, we're going to do 2 more pranayamas. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So closing the right, in left. Close the left, out right. In right, out left. Continue. After you finish your exhale through the left side, slowly release that hand down. We're going to bring more breath out. We're going to inhale to a count of 4. We're going to exhale as if we're blowing out the candle. So remember, you purse the lips and you go. Now, the inhale is 4, so it's a short inhale. The exhale is as long as you can. Okay, we're just doing 4 rounds, right? Because we don't want to start getting dizzy, but we do want to calm the nervous system and empty as much from the lungs as possible. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. As much as you can, como si estuviéramos apagando una vela. You can make the sound nice and loud. One more. Let the breath return to normal, right? Ahora regresamos a la respiración normal. Entra y sale por la nariz. In and out through the nose. Connect to the bottom of the feet. Trying to let go of the tension. You can even wiggle the toes if you feel like you need to. Relax through the legs. Knees and behind the knees. Relax the abdomen, the ribs, the chest, upper back, through the shoulders, the neck, middle back, lower back, hips and glutes, inner thighs, pelvic floor. Relajando todo el cuerpo desde los hombros hasta los pies. Relax the throat, hollow of the throat, back of the neck, sides of the neck. Let the lips be slightly apart. The tongue drops away from the roof of your mouth. Relax between the eyebrows, the forehead. Letting go of any tension you might feel in your face, front of the head, back of the head. From the top all the way to the bottom, the body's relaxing completely. Nos relajamos completamente. We're going to be in silence for a little bit and then we'll do the meditation on the senses. As you bring the awareness to the breath, begin to tune in to any smell you can connect to in the room. Now, I know some of you don't have this sense of smell, so if you don't, then visualize or connect to a sense that you like. So it could be trying to imagine the smell of lavender, fruit, just any smell that comes to mind that is something that you enjoy. Now, as we connect the rest of us to the room we're in, you might connect to the sense of your perfume or your deodorant if you have any on. It might be just the sense of the room around you. Now, every time your mind wanders, bring it back, connecting to that sense of smell. So using the senses to help us be in the present moment. Now connect to a taste, anything in your mouth. And again, if I don't have the sense of taste, it's something that I can imagine, something that I used to love tasting. Or maybe it is like a piece of lemon that is like super, super strong. Maybe you don't love it, but you can remember exactly what that feels like. The rest of us, maybe it's just something we ate right before class. Maybe it's nothing, but just connecting to that sensation, maybe moving the saliva from side to side. Now notice something you're touching or is touching you. So your chair, right? If it's metal, if it's cloth, that sensation and how it feels in the body. Your hands touching whichever material your pens are made of, so you can even move the hands a little bit and notice if it's a soft, rough, warm, cool, whatever sensation comes to the senses. Notice the ground underneath your feet, maybe moving the toes, feeling that sensation underneath the toes. Now connect to that sound you hear in the room and outside the room. So pick one or two sounds. Maybe there's no sound and it's just a big stillness and void. Just connecting to that. Now, these type of practices take a lot of concentration, right? Our mind just goes. It just goes. It's just what it does. It does for me. It does for everybody else. So as you find this sense of sight, you're looking at the point between the eyebrows in the distance. And as you do this, if your eyes are closed, it's all darkness. You're just looking for a hint of light, or maybe even a color at this point. Look into the distance and settle your attention there. Every time the mind goes, just bring it back. Beginning to deepen the breath and find some gentle movements in the toes and the fingers. Maybe moving the shoulders up and back. Nice and slow, just bringing a little bit of movement. Moving away from the back of the chair if we were there. Moving a little bit side to side from one sit bone to the other as we connect to our left and our right side. Right, creating that map in the body. Allowing the eyes to open, making the eyes land in an object that feels neutral, right? Carrying no emotion. We'll take 3 breaths together. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bringing it to center. Inhale up. One more time, we all come together at heart center, taking a moment to reflect in our yoga journey this year, right? Different classes you've taken. Maybe other exercise classes come to mind. Right? Anywhere where we can move our body, even for a walk outside. Bring that to mind and be grateful, right? That you can do that. Whether sometimes we're in bed and we're sick and we can't do it, and then we get up and we start again. Just kind of recalling the year and being thankful for whatever it is that we did. Say your name after Namaste as you thank yourself for all that you do and all that you are. Namaste. All right. I thank every single one of you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy
Thank you.
holidays, whatever you celebrate. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I love spending the afternoons with you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to be sending or Melinda, one of us, all the recordings of all the classes, so you'll have them over the break. Yeah, so that's just a little something there. All right, thank you so much. Yay!